On the news tonight, Vice President Shettima charges National Council on Privatization on vibrant economic decision for national development. As Central Bank of Nigeria says, the nation's banking industry remains strong. Plus, latest in the world of entertainment. Hello, good evening, and welcome to NTA Lagos Channel 10 News at 7 p.m. I am Nerut Nina Musa. We sincerely apologize for starting the news a little behind schedule. Members of the National Council on Privatization have been charged to ensure their economic decisions and reforms are reflected in the lives of Nigerians. Vice President Kashim Shettima, while declaring open induction program for the new council, urged them to be proactive in paving way for economic growth that is in harmony with the aspirations of the citizens. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports.
Assembled here are members and other critical stakeholders of the newly inaugurated National Council on Privatization at the Conference Center of the National Intelligence Agency. And the reminder is for them to station themselves on the front line of actualizing the renewed hope agenda of the Tinubu administration.
The National Council on Privatization, along with the Bureau of Public Enterprises, bear the critical responsibility of driving commercial interventions that align seamlessly with these priority areas. However, it is essential for each of us to pledge to create a future where every citizen thrives. Our aim is to transform economic prosperity from a distant dream into a tangible reality.
Vice President Kashim Shettima, who is also the chairman of the council, reminded members of the council that the task before them demands going to every horizon of the hotbed of opportunities to initiate transformative reforms and to collaborate, even as he implored them to embed the reforms they were set to make in President Tinubu's 8-point renewed hope agenda.
By the end of this retreat, my hope is that we will become more resolute about the necessity of letting our discussions resound with echoes of innovative strategies, collaborative initiatives, and uncompromising commitments to the principles enshrined in Mr. President's visionary agenda.
It was a package. It wasn't something that you could...
Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, underscored the significance of the federal government's privatization program and highlighted its impact on the management of enterprises owned by the government since the inception of the program.
I hope we have a very fruitful induction session.
Deputy Chief of Staff to the President, Ibrahim Hassan Hadija, urged them to give in their best in the new task, noting that the success of the council will largely be dependent on synergy among stakeholders, both in private and public sectors. In Abuja, Abraham Jibrila, NTA News.
Moving on. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, is intensifying efforts at a short and quicker transition towards restoring a constitutionally elected government in Niger Republic. Guests on Good Morning Nigeria applauded outcome of the ECOWAS summit and are on the same page on the need for the release of ousted President Mohamed Bazoum. Lydia Sampson has the details.
ECOWAS imposed sanctions on Niger following the July coup that ousted Bazoum. Gaston Good Morning Nigeria say it is already biting hard on the country, especially the citizens, driven by the determination to re-engage the junta with a view to installing a constitutionally elected government. ECOWAS is proactively rolling out modalities with a high-powered committee to fast-track implementation.
The issue is to nudge them towards the restoration of constitutional order in their countries, because that is what ECOWAS protocols, their own constitutions, are against unconstitutional changes of government. So many decisions were taken. A committee of heads of state was set up.
Aside from, seeing these indicators of of democratization step up, for citizens, especially, let's say in Niger, in Burkina Faso, or even in Mali, a more urgent concern is about the insecurity. Pure and simple. It's about being able to live in peace.
Civil society experts who applauded ECOWAS' articulation of efforts to help mitigate impact on the citizens and victims so far reiterate the need for easing of economic sanctions to get the buy-in of the junta to a quick transition.
We must support ECOWAS in its determination really to arrest this drift. But collectively also we have to put our finger on it, exactly what is causing this, and address it collectively.
They are emphatic that to mitigate future escalation of coups in the continent, leaders must enshrine accountable governance, true and genuine commitment to upholding their respective constitution, as well as citizen-centered policies in combating corruption across all sectors, which is sacrosanct. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
And on financial matters, the Central Bank of Nigeria says Nigerian banking industry remains resilient as key financial soundness indicators were within the regulatory thresholds. Statement by Acting Director, Corporate Communications Department of the Apex Bank, Sidi Ali Hakama, indicates that this is contrary to the report in some media outlets suggesting that some licensed commercial banks in the country had failed the CBN's capital adequacy ratio for international authorization. To this end, the CBN is appealing to Nigerians to disregard the media reports listing banks as failing the capital adequacy ratio stress test for international authorization, as the report did not emanate from the Central Bank of Nigeria. The Independent Election Observer Mission in November 11 Kogi State governorship election has scored the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, high over the conduct of the exercise. In its report made public in Abuja, the leader of the group, Princess Ajibola, described the election that produced Usman Ododo of the All Progressives Congress, APC, as transparent, free and fair. The report noted that the election was a far improvement upon previous polls, with results from the state's 21 local government areas revealing a complex interplay of political dynamics and voters' preferences.
Made sure it was investigated thoroughly, especially the alleged case of electoral malpractice, which was the snatching of the ballot box. And it is on record, according to some statistics, that Kogi State recorded the lowest case of electoral violence in the off-cycle election.
The 20-page document also revealed that the exercise was generally peaceful with high security presence and voter turnout across the state. Time now for us to take a break. We'll be right back.
It's time for golden season. Golden time to win. The rules are simple. Place bets on any sports event. Get promotional tickets. Take part in prize draws. It's golden season. Golden time to win. Use the promo code to get your welcome bonus.
It's Volcanic time. It's no reason to
Small Tonic is enriched with vitamins and minerals for that rush of vitality you need to reach greatness.
It's Small Tonic time.
Take confidence in a world of casino games and find your new favorites. Play a few rounds of roulette and see if Lady Luck's on your side. Land those winning combinations in slots and take a hefty bite out of that jackpot. Discover much more games on the 1xBet, where fortune awaits.
After 3 years, and then be sure about the point where probably the dentist might be able to restore.
Okay, glad to know you're still with us on the 7 p.m. news of NTA Lagos Channel 10. Donald Duck sets to become Poland's Prime Minister after vote of confidence. Details with Olajide Odusomi on Foreign News.
Poland is said to have a new government on Monday with the likely failure of its minority nationalist government to survive a parliamentary vote. Donald Tusk, head of a pro-European alliance, is expected to become Poland's prime minister this week, almost 2 months after the election. His appointment will conclude the 8-year rule of the Law and Justice Party. The transition will come in several steps over 3 days, starting Monday. It was delayed for several weeks by the president, who chose to keep his political allies in office as long as possible. Moving on, Russia is continuing to launch attacks along the entire front line in Ukraine, Ukrainian Ground Forces Commander Alexander Siskry said on Sunday. The operational situation in the east remains difficult, he wrote on Telegram. The enemy does not stop conducting offensive operations along the entire front. Shrisky said he and other commanders on the eastern front line had thoroughly analyzed the situation and considered options for further actions. And that will be all on Foreign News. I am Olajide Odusami.
And on entertainment news, Ashake's Lonely at the tops charts as most searched song in Nigeria. Oluwabuya Owumbuya Onyinye shares the story.
Ashake Lonely at the Top is one of the songs of his sophomore album, Work of Art. The single enjoyed commercial success, especially for its sonic diversity that's different from the usual mesh of Amapiano and Afrobeats Ashake is usually known for. Amale Reason ranks second on the list, in which reflects its huge popularity in 2023, as it ended the year in the top list of major streaming platforms in Nigeria. Kiss Daniel My G and Spyro hit single Who's Your Guy ranks at number 3 and number 4, respectively, while King Promise Terminator rounds off the top 5. Moving on, Nigerian singer Omoniyi Temidayo Raffo, popularly known by his stage name Zlatan Ibile, shared her post via his Instagram story to express his great relief regarding his friend Oladips, whom he, like the rest of the world, has once thought to be dead. He posted a picture of himself with a swollen and tear-streaked face from before, expressing gratitude that his friend is now back to life. And that is it on entertainment news. I am Owumbuya Onyinye.
Let's now join Suleiman Musa for the latest in the world of sports.
We begin with Para Games. The 2023 National Para Games is in top gear at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja, with several new talents discovered in sitting volleyball, amputee football, and badminton. Peter Oibo reports that immense category of badminton played at the Package B Indoor Sports Hall of the stadium saw Adamu Muhammad from Bauchi State winning a gold medal after defeating Nana Jeremiah from Abia State on 22-20, 21-19.
I've been producing players, active players, junior African champions, and even the national champion.
Press, with what we are seeing, as you all know, is also a discovery for them, as some of them are aging.
In another development, Nigeria's representative at the ongoing FIBA Africa Women's Basketball League in Egypt, the Nigerian Customs Service got off to a winning start Monday morning, beating University of Douala 57-46 points in the first match in Group A. The coach Abdurrahman Mohamed side next play Kenya Port Authority on Wednesday, looking to make a mark for Nigeria after 23 years of customs absence from the Africa Women's Basketball. And finally, Nigerians have backed Victor Osimhen to win the coveted CAF Awards to be announced Monday in Marrakesh, Morocco. The Napoli striker has been tipped to win this year's Africa Best Player of the Year award after helping Napoli won the Serie A title for the third time in 33 years. No Nigerian has won the award since Kanu Nwankwo won it in 1999.
I think Osimhen deserves to win this year. He's a player who helped Napoli to win the 2023 Scudetto League after 33 years. He scored 26 goals. Just some days ago, he was voted the best player in Italian Serie A by the Italian press.
Meanwhile, five-time winner of the CAF Female Award, Asisat Oshuala of Nigeria, has been tipped by bookmakers to win the 2023 award after making the final 3 women lists. Also, Super Falcons goalkeeper Chiamaka Nadozie is up for running as the CAF Women Goalkeeper of the Year award. With sports updates, Suleiman Musa, NTA News.
And on a sad note, President Bola Tinubu has described the passing of NTA's news presenter Aisha Bello as a great loss to the Nigerian broadcast industry and the broadcast organization at large. The president, in his condolence message signed by the Special Advisor, Media and Publicity, Ajuri Nglali, condoles with the family, friends and associates of the deceased, including the entire management of the Nigerian Television Authority, Africa's largest television network. Aisha Bello was known for her patriotic service in the Broadcast Organization of Nigeria, serving as a mentor to many young women out there with her enduring passion for journalism. The statement described Aisha Bello as a broadcaster who knows how to capture the attention of her viewers, always with a welcoming smile, oral eloquence, passion, and integrity on the screen and off the screen, adding that she had left a lifetime legacy behind for the upcoming generation to see, as she was a woman who brought news to life. She spent 35 years in service at the NTA until her retirement in 2022. May her soul rest in peace. Time now to draw the curtains on the English segment of the news. Good evening.
NTA Jesuton Moses Lenina. Oh, you may you Ben Kuman, Eco Dry to a bay, another one or Yipen Ukon, we were a Joho or Tobo Holuton, as well, he may a Holuton, another one or Yipen Ukon Hologo, another decay, though Nui White on there, Nigan Ukoi, wa na Joho or Tobo Nigeria, now to Marula into Gamo Vivi, or Nuhe, our Tito, a Jolet on Hio Tobo, Nigeria to Blebu. Borrego to Bogaton Kashim Shatima, where the whole to Edoto Zedwai, Ogbe, you may Muatolero, Toto Tobota, Budato Megbe, Etokia, do O Muhe, Wa Dike, Edoze, Dwai, Wainatomodo, O Hector Regina, Jo, Tobo Nigeria, to Baja, Kanji, not also get Nukon Yiwane, now to my learning, not to do Vivi, or Nuea, Joey, Quell, we may hear Joe, we may hold it on there, not to decay. Tomodo Nukoya Joho to Boyton, Neha Lewasusu, now to my be to Bome. Oh, a question of Pete Otobo Nigeria to Mary CPN Kotokia to Tindo, oh, Nude Matonu Segba, na Mido, Minido Hutuga, a question of Hole Pete go to Tobo Nigeria to me. To Hode, Heo May, oh, Nukumpenugoto, now, oh, Tito, a question of Leton, and a city Ali Kama, do Edoya. Do mahopon now no he ho he to yi to olinizohole do akwese do to bo Nigeria ton pevile when you de ma ko tindo ohunran na do de ke omodo tito eton ga penu wa to tinde o adadio do to ayiwa na o to bo Nigeria ton si akwese do tito leyin ajohole ton po yedo ya do hore mai mogba do tito e ko tinto ayi mele when you de yon bo so you de ne o teme to te do akwese do Otogbo Nigeria to le when you de to o didome we ko tindo ohun na do penukun onu gbaje mejiri pego wenu he azon hwe he no penukun mo ko to le go we ko to azon to wa na do de ke mo do ajo de pe magu to akwa hoda ho bodo awakwa serul hole pome to Togbo me o Togbo Kampala Ahmed Tinubu to tin we ko savo he o renu me bodo o television zo hwe NTA to mo kere le zo hwe pete to Togbo Nigeria to me do o me miton eyin o le hia to da hode to television zo hwe miton NTA e bi ndi Aisha Bello eyin o be to ko hun to so e wa yi to host kan to bonu de Togbo Kampala Tinubu se je bonu to gan bodo o me yin aina me to na o le ni ho emi o de ajuri ngelale we do ya do eyin o de o ku eton na kle o teme to te to azon hwe eyin o le zon hwe to Togbo Nigeria to me mo kere do to henu me bodo hoton le po we o de na mo o teme he ko jodo e wa to ya do eyin o me de he ya gbasa to wa zon eyin ene to le zon me mo kere do e ko so yin apajere na o gbeto he na wa zon to le zon me le to Togbo me do apajere he ko se do ayi we me susu ko hodo na do mo do ye lo so wa o le zon to wonu he to hodo e do ya do eyin o de he Togbo holu yan pepe to gaje Aisha Bello when you me he no hial ni to television so we me tonji e ko so you me de igbo je so holu zon me to aspo ipa ton ko to de ko do wa holu zon to television so we NTA ton ko wa igbo je to we wa yi eyin me he bai Martin to so e wa yi e lo ganle ma ganle to ja ka je so to kuno sin ko me ko to do
NTA 10, Station for Excellence.
It's that time again for sharing and giving love. It's Christmas. It's a time to be jolly and merry. Where would you rather be this season? Of course, NTA Lagos Channel 10. Yes, it is the NTA Lagos Channel 10 Christmas party. This year promises to be fun-filled. There will be games, bouncy castles, shout out to your loved ones, school presentations, and many more. It all begins with a roadshow on the 8th of December 2023. Date, Monday 11 to Wednesday the 13th of December 2023. Monday 11 December is the opening ceremony with so much to eat and drink. Gate fee 2,000 naira per child. Venue NTA Lagos Channel 10 Tedros Shoyaba. Time 10 a.m. There will be lots of fun-filled events that you don't want to miss. Plus, every child takes home a bumper pack. Date again is Monday 11 to Wednesday the 13th of December 2023. Venue NTA Lagos Channel 10 Tedros Shoyaba. Time 10 a.m. Gate fee 2,000 naira per child. For sponsorship and advert placement, please call.
Hark now, hear the angels sing. A king was.
Performing artist Just Roland, a contestant of The Voice Nigeria Season 4.
Are you having fun? Put your hands up, shorty, if you're really sure.
Father of the Day, Bishop Olushola Odedeji, Diocesan Bishop, Lagos West Anglican Communion. Special guest, Reverend Bimbo Adeola of Fellowship Baptist Church, Agungi, Lekki. Supported by Come, jolly, and make merry with us.
It's time for golden season. Golden time to win. The rules are simple. Place bets on any sports event. Get promotional tickets. Take part in prize draws. It's golden season. Golden time to win. Use the promo code to get your welcome bonus.
Guys, what we're basically doing today is to search for the tastiest biscuits ever on the playground. Are you guys ready? Yeah! The search starts in 3, 2, 1, let's go!
Sona biscuits are rich in flavor, nourishment, and excitement. Grab a bite today.
Take off into a world of casino games and find your new favorites. Play a few rounds of roulette and see if Lady Locks on your side. Land those winning combinations in slots and take a hefty bite out of their jackpots. Discover much more games on the 1xBet, where fortune awaits.